Quantum computing kind of sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But here's the thing, it's not fiction anymore. It's arriving now, and it comes with this incredible, kind of crazy duality. On one hand, it has the power to break every single secret we have, and on the other, it could solve some of humanity's biggest, gnarliest problems. It's the ultimate code breaker, and it's the ultimate cure.
So that leads to a massive question, right? One that touches everything. I'm talking about your bank account, national security, you name it. With this kind of power looming, are all of our digital secrets just about to be blown wide open?
And look, let's be super clear about this. A totally new kind of computer is on its way, and all the experts, they agree on one thing. This is not just another upgrade, like a faster phone. No, this is a fundamental shift that's going to change, well, pretty much everything. So let's dive in and figure out how. Okay, so to really get our heads around how this one technology can be both a super threat and a super savior, we've got to pop the hood. And it all boils down to one little thing that, honestly, feels a bit like magic. It's called the qubit.
You know the computer or phone you're using right now? It runs on bits. Think of them like tiny light switches. They're either on, which is a 1, or they're off, which is a 0. Simple, right? Well, a quantum computer uses something called a qubit, and this is where things get weird. A qubit can be a 0, it can be a 1, or, thanks to the bizarre rules of quantum mechanics, it can be both at the exact same time. Right, so that ability to be in multiple states at once, that's called superposition. But wait, there's more. Qubits can also be linked together in this spooky way called entanglement. What this means is that the state of one qubit can instantly, and I mean instantly, affect another one, even if they're miles apart. It's these two wild properties that give quantum computers their unbelievable power.
And this is where you can really see the night and day difference. Let's just take processing, for example. Your laptop, it crunches numbers one after another, right? It's sequential. But a quantum computer, using all those qubits in superposition, can explore a mind-boggling number of possibilities all at once. We're talking about a leap from one-lane traffic to a highway with millions of lanes. It's a total game changer, moving from linear to massively parallel processing.
This analogy really helps it click. A classical bit, it's that light switch. It's either on or it's off. There's no in-between. But a qubit? A qubit is like a spinning coin. While it's spinning in the air, is it heads or tails? Well, it's kind of both, right? It's a mix of both possibilities. It's only when you measure it, when the coin lands, that it settles into a definite state, a 0 or a 1.
All right, so you've got this incredible, almost limitless parallel processing power. What's the first thing you can do with it? Well, unfortunately, one of the first things is kind of scary. You can break stuff. To be specific, you can break the digital locks that protect our entire modern world.
See, the thing is, all of our modern encryption, the stuff that keeps your emails private, your bank details safe, your messages secure, it's all built on a simple premise. It relies on math problems that are just way too hard for even the biggest, baddest supercomputers to solve. I'm talking about problems that would take them thousands, maybe even millions of years to crack.
Yeah, but for a quantum computer, that's a whole different story. By using a special tool, an algorithm called Shor's algorithm, which is like the perfect key designed for a quantum lock, these machines can chew through those unsolvable problems at a terrifying speed. And here's the bottom line, the part that really matters. The encryption that would take a normal computer millennia to break, a quantum computer could potentially crack it in minutes. Suddenly, everything is vulnerable.
So that's the scary part, the code breaker side of this story. But that exact same power, that incredible ability to check out countless possibilities all at once, can be used for incredible good. So let's flip the coin and look at how this same technology could help us solve problems we currently think are impossible.
And the potential here is just massive. It touches pretty much every major industry you can think of. But as you can see, the biggest waves are expected to be made in healthcare, finance, and climate science. These are all fields dealing with incredibly complex systems, which, it turns out, are the perfect playground for quantum analysis.
I mean, just think about this for a second. We could simulate molecules with perfect accuracy. What does that mean? It means designing life-saving new drugs in a tiny fraction of the time it takes today. We could map out our planet's climate with so much detail that we could actually find real working solutions to fight climate change. This isn't just an improvement, this is world-changing stuff.
And what about the global economy? This could bring a whole new level of smarts and security. Imagine quantum systems analyzing global financial markets in real time, spotting the signs of a crash before it happens, or detecting super complex fraud the second it occurs. They could even figure out the absolute most efficient shipping routes for everything on the planet. saving billions in fuel and time. The mind boggles.
Okay, so we've got this incredible two-sided coin, a massive threat on one side and a massive promise on the other. And it's not a question of if this is all going to happen, it's really just a question of when. And believe me, the world is already racing to get ready for what's coming.
And this timeline shows you exactly where we are. We're right here, smack in the middle of the research and prototyping phase. But just look at how fast things are about to ramp up. We're talking about early adoption and the rollout of new, quantum-proof encryption starting in just the next few years. And that leads to mainstream disruption hitting us by the 2030s. That's not far off at all.
And you better believe this isn't just happening in some lab somewhere. There is a full-on global race underway. The US, China, the EU, India, you name it. Nations all over the world are pouring billions and billions of dollars into this research. Why? Because they know that winning the quantum race will basically define who leads the world technologically for the next 100 years.
So what does getting ready actually look like? Well, it means starting now. It means moving to new kinds of encryption standards. They're called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC, which are specifically designed to stand up to attacks from both regular and quantum computers. It's all about future-proofing our world before we have a major crisis on our hands.
Which brings us right back to where we started, to that central question. We have this technology that can reveal our most protected secrets, but also solve our most profound problems. The quantum era, it's not some distant sci-fi future anymore. It's knocking on the door. So the only real question left is, are we ready?